Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, class. Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Miss.
How are you today? All good?
Yes.
Okay, good job. So are you ready for today's lesson?
Yes.
Okay. Have you breakfast this morning?
No.
Oh, why?
Because I don't have any time to take breakfast.
Okay, nggak ada yang sarapan sama sekali?
Yes.
Yes.
I did breakfast.
What did you eat for today, Nurul?
8.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so then I have a simple question for everyone, like how do we get hungry? Kenapa kita bisa merasa lapar?
Because we do activity every day and then we drain our energy. And
Yeah.
then we need some source.
Okay,
energy
good job Sabrina. So yeah, we have to feel hungry because then we will eat food and then the food is nanti kita cerna dalam tubuh kita sehingga bisa menghasilkan some kind of energy and nutrients that we need to live, right? Okay, so I think everyone already have an idea about what are we going to learn today. So what is it? Kira-kira kita hari ini mau belajar apa ya? Ya, Ryan?
Digestive system atau sistem pencernaan.
Okay, great. Okay, so wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think when it comes to the human digestive system, have you ever eaten when you were really hungry and ended up eating a large portion all at once? Pernah nggak kalian makan langsung dalam keadaan porsi yang sekaligus banyak?
Yes.
Yes, and what did you feel after that?
I feel my stomach is really hurt.
Oh, hurt. Yeah, I think I would say that it feel uncomfortable,
Yes.
right? Yeah, that because in our digestive system, digestion of food from it's a whole form to decompose substances that can be digested by our bodies, and it certainly goes through a series of processes and it involving many organ in its system, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I would say that our digestive system is doing such an amazing system. Do you know why? Kenapa sistem pencernaan manusia itu merupakan sistem yang bisa dibilang itu hebat atau amazing gitu? Have an idea? Okay, no? Okay, it's okay. So well, actually, why is it amazing? Because I would say that it works non-stoply to convert the food that we eat into some kind of energy and nutrients we need to live, okay? Yeah, so I hope that by understanding this subject, you will appreciate more how complex and efficient our bodies are. Okay, so yeah, this is our goals for today. So by learning this subject, I hope that you can explain about the process of digestive system in human, and then you can identify the main organ and their function. And also for the final stage, you can analyze the relationship between the organ and the glands in our digestive system. Okay, so what is actually the definition of the digestive system? Mungkin Cynthia boleh tolong dibacakan?
Oke. Jadi sistem pencernaan merupakan sekumpulan organ yang bekerja sama untuk memecah makanan menjadi bagian-bagian yang lebih kecil agar tubuh kita dapat menyerap zat gizinya.
Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, actually our digestive is a group of organs that work together for break down the food into a smaller part or simple substances so our body can absorb the nutrient. But how come the process like the food that we eat is bisa menjadi energi gitu? Okay, so it begins, the process is begin in our mouth. There are two main types of digestion. It's the mechanical and the chemical. So for the mechanical one is involving physical breakdown of food. So basically when you're chewing your food, you're using your teeth, right?
Yes.
For breaking the food into the smaller parts so you can swallow it easier. Okay, and then for the chemical one, is involving so you're using enzymes for break down the food into the simpler substances, And basically you're using your saliva. Okay, so your saliva produce enzyme amylase for break down the carbohydrate that you eat into a simpler glucose. Okay, and I have a video for you to help us understand more about the main organ and their function. Suaranya nggak ada ya? Okay, that's okay. It has a subtitle, right? Okay, gak apa-apa.
In the small intestine,
Okay.
water and nutrients are absorbed into the blood vessels. You can now see vitamins, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and water from the food being delivered to your cells. Eating the right foods keep yourself healthy.
Okay, yeah, so from the video, what is the first organ that food passes through in our digestive system? Yeah. Yeah, jadi ini mouth, and then what kind of the digestion is happening in mouth? Jenis.
Mechanic.
Okay, good job.
Chemical.
Yes, so the first one that our food is passes through in our digestive system is mouth. So this is where the digestion start. Both of the mechanical and the chemical is happening in here. Okay, as I mentioned that before, for the mechanical one is by chewing, and then the chemical is when you digest with your enzyme. Okay. Okay, and then after we break down the food into the smaller parts and the simpler substances, where did it go next? What is it? Have an idea?
Esophagus.
Okay, good job Anissa. Yeah, esophagus. So, in our esophagus, apakah terjadi pencernaan juga dalam esophagus?
Chemical.
Mechanical.
Peristaltic.
Okay, well actually the answer is esophagus doesn't digest food. Okay, so it just move the food from the mouth when we eat, and then move through. So we have muscle in our esophagus that is the one that help us to move the food from the mouth and into the next organ through a wave called peristalsis ya. Jadi kita punya otot dalam esophagus kita untuk membantu makanan melewati dari mulut menuju ke organ selanjutnya. And then menuju kemana? What is this?
Lambung.
Lambung, oke, pintar. Okay, so in stomach is this where the chemical is continuous. Okay, tadi kan di esophagus dia tidak terjadi digestion, and then the digestion is continuing here, which is chemical. So with the help of the substances yang ada di lambung kita, which is gastric acid, and it produces enzyme like pepsin, and it is the one who meshing our food into simpler substances. Okay, and then after that, where did it go next? What is it? What kind of usus? Okay, yeah, good job. So, what is mainly digestion is happening in our small intestine? Yeah,
Absorption.
mechanical or chemical?
Chemical.
Chemical. Okay, great. Let's see the answer. Okay, so this is our small intestine. This is where most digestion and nutrients are absorbed in this organ. So, is this organ are important?
Yes.
Why?
Because the food that we eat is have a different nutrient, right? The different molecules. There are carbohydrate, protein, and vitamin. So in this organ is trying to absorption that things.
Okay, great answer, Anissa. So, why is it important? Because it plays a role that which efficient nutrient that our bodies can absorb, and which the substances could be eliminated. Okay, so the substances that our body absorb in the small intestine itu ada 3, ada carbohydrate, protein, and fats. Okay, good job. And then after we absorb the nutrients, and where is the remaining left go? What is it? If we have a small intestine, then we have large intestine. Okay. Okay, in the large intestine, we have still have remaining substances that contain in our food, which mean water and minerals. So the water and minerals are being absorbed in this organ, and the remaining waste yang benar-benar udah diserap nutrisinya itu, nanti sisanya itu dia akan berubah menjadi feces gitu. And thus the digestion is finally over by this stage?
No.
No. Okay, why?
We have to mengeluarkan
Yeah.
the something that our body is not needed.
Ya, we have to mengeluarkan fesesnya kan, nggak mungkin tiba-tiba hilang dalam tubuh kita ya. Oke, but first, what is this? Anus. Okay, good job. Okay, so the waste which is feces is first stored first in the rectum and then released through the anus. Jadi the feces is not suddenly disappear from our body. We have to mengeluarkannya kan dengan serangkaian proses. Oke, jadi di rectum and anus ini we have a muscle, nerves, and mucous membrane that work together to facilitate healthy bowel movement that you can control, so you can doing the job easily. Okay, so I think that's all the 6 main organ and their function. What is it?
Mouth.
Okay.
Esophagus.
And then?
Stomach.
Stomach, yep, right.
Small
Small intestine, yeah.
Large
And then,
intestine.
okay,
Rectum and
last
anus.
one is rectum. Okay, so we already learned about the 6 main organ and their function. So our body can absorb the nutrient and waste the eliminate one, yeah. So, but our lesson is not ends here. Did you know that we have another things that play a role in our digestive system too? Do you have an idea? Okay, so basically we have another things called digestive glands atau kelenjar yang ada pada organ sistem pencernaan kita, yang dimana it also plays a role to produce enzyme, so we can break down the food into the simpler substances. And the glands is I'm just gonna talk about the 3 is liver, pancreas, and the gallbladder. Okay, so saya sudah beritahu tentang glands itu, and right now you will do the assignment. Okay, you have to analyze more about this gland. Okay, I already prepared the worksheet. Okay, before that, I want you to count from 1 to 3. Mulai dari Sabrina, boleh?
3.
Intan? 3? Okay, and then? Okay, so the person who get number 1 kumpul sama temennya nomor 1, nomor 2, dan nomor 3 dengan yang nomor 3. Oke, silahkan. Oke, mungkin 1 boleh di sini, kemudian 2, and then the 3 boleh di belakang, silahkan.
Let's go, Intan.
Oke, dan
Hai.
Oke, grup pertama siapa? Oke, grup kedua, 3. Sorry.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes, so I already give you the worksheet. So right now, please pay attention to me for a while. Sorry. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so you already have a subject each groups. Siapa yang dapat pankreas? Okay, good job. Okay, and then yang dapat liver, hati, and the gallbladder, kantong atau kantong empedu. Okay. So di sini udah ada cara kerjanya. Jadi masing-masing kelompok itu mencari referensi sumber mengenai bacaan materi gland tersebut, kelenjar tersebut. Kemudian kalian tuliskan hasil diskusinya ke dalam lembar tersebut, dan nanti perwakilan kelompok boleh mempresentasikan hasilnya. Oke? And I already prepared the question. Jadi pertanyaan di sini itu hanya untuk membantu kalian untuk agar investigasi kelenjar tersebut itu mudah. Jadi nanti jawabannya itu boleh langsung dijadiin satu aja dalam satu paragraf. Oke, paham semuanya?
Yes, Miss.
Oke, waktunya mungkin 5 menit or less, cukup ya?
Yes,
Oke, dimulai
Miss.
dari sekarang, silahkan. Bisa, ini kelompok apa? Kantung empedu ya. Oke. Paham ya? Paham? Oke, nanti jadiin satu paragraf aja. Kelompok Anissa dapat apa?
Pankreas, Miss.
Oke, bisa ngerjainnya?
We still mencari sumber.
Oke, nanti kan ada pertanyaan ya, itu buat
Yes.
membantu kalian agar lebih terstruktur, oke?
Thank you,
Oke.
Miss.
Oke. Ya? Ya boleh, tapi kalau mau dijadiin satu paragraf langsung juga nggak apa-apa. Oke, all good ya.
Yes, Miss.
Oke. Nanti kalau sudah selesai boleh informasikan ke ibu ya. Okay, does everyone, each group is already finished or still have a time? Udah,
Yes.
kelompok Anissa udah?
Yes.
Oke, apakah bersedia untuk mempresentasikan jawabannya ke depan? Supaya teman-teman yang lain juga tahu kelenjar apa yang kalian
It's
kerjakan.
okay if the information is not lengkap.
Iya,
it's
that's
not
okay.
complete.
Nanti nggak apa-apa. Nanti akan ibu bantu.
Oke.
Yes.
In front of the class.
Ya, informasi supaya teman-temannya bisa ngeliat jelas ya. Oke, silahkan.
Hi
Teman-teman yang
everyone.
lain boleh perhatikan ya.
So, we from group 3 want to presentate our discussion about pancreas. So, Intan, you want to try?
Oke, bagaimana pankreas itu menghasilkan enzim-enzim pencernaan? Nah, jadi pankreas itu dapat menghasilkan enzim pencernaan melalui sel-sel asinar. Nah, prosesnya itu dimulai dari pertama itu adanya stimulasi hormon dan saraf, di mana makanan yang kita konsumsi itu masuk ke dalam usus halus, terutama yang di duodenum, kemudian dibantu oleh hormon sekretin dan kolesistokinin. Kemudian adanya produksi dan sekresi, di mana enzim pencernaan itu diproduksi dalam bentuk proenzim. Proenzim ini fungsinya adalah agar tidak mencerna pankreas. Jadi kalau sudah di usus halus, proenzim ini akan diaktifkan kembali. Nomor 2 boleh nih, Kak.
Ya.
Okay, so I want to answer the second question is about apa saja enzim-enzim yang dihasilkan oleh kelenjar pankreas. So based on the things that we already search on the Google, we know about there's a 3 type of enzyme to produce carbohydrate, protein, and then for fats.
Yes.
And for carbohydrate is have amylase, and for protein
digest, yeah.
it's have trypsinogen, and then for fats it's have lipase.
Oke, hold on.
Yes.
Oke, ya. Oke,
Thank you,
untuk
everyone.
kelompok pankreas. Mungkin kelompok lain ada yang udah selesai juga? Oke, silakan boleh maju ke depan. Semuanya tolong diperhatikan terlebih dahulu ya. Mungkin 2 orang aja nggak apa-apa ya, biar ya. Nggak apa-apa ya, Bilat ya, temennya aja ya. Oke.
Okay. Hi friends.
Hey.
Hello.
Today I want to explain about kantong empedu.
Yes.
So the first question is bagaimana kantong empedu berperan dalam penyimpanan dan pelepasan empedu. So kantong empedu is collecting empedu yang dihasilkan dari hati. Dan dilepas ketika ada makanan yang mengandung lemak masuk ke dalam usus halus gitu.
Oke, the next question is bagaimana kantong empedu membantu pencernaan lemak di usus halus. Jadi, kantong empedu itu mengandung garam empedu sehingga dapat mencerna lemak besar menjadi kecil. Nah, membuat lemak lebih mudah dicerna oleh enzim lipase dari pankreas. That's it.
Oke, that's it. Good job untuk kelompok kantong empedu ya. Mungkin boleh kembali duduk, silakan. Terima kasih. Oke, thank you. Selanjutnya kelompok terakhir ya. Oke, boleh silakan maju.
Okay, hello friends.
Hello.
We from group 2 want to explain hasil diskusi dari kelompok kami. Jadi dari soal yang pertama itu bagaimana hati berperan dalam proses produksi empedu. Jadi boleh nomor 1.
Jadi empedu itu diproduksi oleh hepatosit atau sel hati, yang kemudian empedu ini akan dimodifikasi oleh congratiocyte yang membatasi jaringan empedu.
Oke, now di nomor 2 dan 3 apa fungsi dari cairan empedu? Jadi cairan empedu itu is to break down and absorb fat. In addition, bile also helps neutralize stomach and prevent regurgitation and has bactericidal properties. And for the number 3, bagaimana empedu membantu pencernaan lemak di usus halus? Jadi empedu membantu pencernaan di usus halus adalah dengan cara mengemulsikan lemak sehingga dapat menyatu dengan air.
Oke, Aldan. Oke, thank you. Oke, boleh kembali ke tempat duduk. Oke, mungkin kita beri tepuk tangan dulu untuk semuanya. Okay, now so I think everyone, each group has already presenting their works very well. So now I'll just give it to you a simple explanation about the glands that you already discussed, okay? So for the first gland is the pancreas. So this pancreas produces digestive enzymes through its exocrine part, then send them to the small intestine, and it produces the enzyme include amylase, lipase, and then trypsin and chymotrypsin. Oke, tadi kelompok kalian sudah menjelaskan enzim amylase itu untuk mencerna zat apa? Carbohydrate into small sugars. Okay, and then the next enzyme is lipase is to digest what?
Lipase is for fats.
Yeah, great. For fats into fatty acid and glycerol. And then the last one is trypsin and chymotrypsin is for digest protein into Acid. Okay, good job. And then for the next organ is the liver. So our liver is produced bile, which is stored in the gallbladder and released into the small intestine also. And the bile doesn't contain enzymes, but it helps digestion by breaking the large fat droplets into a smaller one through a process called emulsification. Tadi udah ada yang jawab mengenai emulsification juga ya. Okay, so this emulsification is the one who make it easier for lipids to break down the fats into fatty acid and glycerol. And then the last is gallbladder. So the gallbladder stores bile made by the liver and release it into the small intestine. So it is all the glands is happening in small intestine, which start as inactive form karena nanti dia aktif ketika sudah ada di usus halus. So its main function is to control the timing and amount of bile release. Jadi kalau kita memproduksi bile secara dengan waktu yang tepat, maka itu akan membantu si lipase untuk breaking the fats into the smaller one. Okay. Okay, so I think that's all for today. You already learned about the main organ and their function, also how our body absorb the nutrient and waste the elimination, and you also learn about the digestive glands. Okay, so I think I won't appreciate you much. Let's give applause to ourselves. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now I have a quiz for you buat individu supaya kalian bisa memahami mana yang sudah kalian pahami atau yang belum. Sebentar, sepertinya ini salah QR-nya ya. Wait, I'll give you the code. Ya, silahkan boleh di-scan. Sudah? Bisa semuanya? Oke, it's okay, take your time. Atau kalian bisa masuk ke laman quiz dan nanti bisa menuliskan kode by number. Oke, there's Nurul, Sabrina, Bilat. Oke, Intan, Vira. Oke, semuanya udah masuk? Yes. Cynthia, kenapa ada masalah?
Ada masalah jaringan.
Oh, jaringan. Oke, mungkin temennya ada yang bisa bantu untuk memberikan hotspot atau
Ampur tuh.
Oke, udah ya? Oke, kalau gitu Ibu mulai ya. Semoga bisa mengerjakan dengan baik. Oke. Good job. Bisa? Vira bisa? Where's your handphone? Oh my god. Okay. Peristalsis. Kurang S di sini. Peristalsis. S T. Ya. Bilat bisa? Oke, good job. Oke, saya. Wow, we have a winner. You don't have to cheating. It's supposed to be your knowledge, pure knowledge. But that's okay. Okay. Is everyone finished?
Finish. Oh no, not yet.
No, not yet.
Karena pertanyaannya belum jawab. Satu lagi. Peristaltis.
Ya. Udah semuanya? Oke. Okay, yeah. So we have a winner here, Sabrina Faris. That's everyone. Give applause to Sabrina, and then there is Intan, also Cynthia. But I appreciate you all. Okay. So mungkin Ibu boleh minta waktunya sebentar lagi.
Yes.
Gak apa-apa ya. Abis ini masih ada kelas, enggak kan? Masih ada pelajaran, enggak? Oke. Okay, so kita akan bahas ya review. Okay, so the first question is, which organ is responsible for producing digestive enzyme like amylase, lipase, and trypsinogen? The correct answer is pancreas. Why? Because in the pancreas we digest that substance into a smaller part, yeah? Okay. And then for the next question is, what is it called? Peristalsis, yeah.
Peristalsis.
Yeah.
I incorrect for
Why?
spelling it.
Oh, for spelling it, that's
Yes.
okay. Kalau di bahasanya itu gerakan
Peristaltis.
peristaltik, ya, iya. Okay. And then the next question is, which of following are function the stomach in digestion? Okay. Why is the absorbing most nutrient is not the answer?
Because it's small.
Small intestine.
Yeah.
Okay, you already understand. Good job. And then the next question is, organ for responsible absorbing most nutrient. Tadi udah jauh, small intestine too, because memang zat yang terbanyak diserap itu di usus halus. Okay, and then for the next question is, why is this false? Kenapa ini salah?
Because the large intestine is for minerals and water.
Okay, good job Sabrina. Okay, so I think everyone already understand about the subject today. Dan kalian mungkin yang masih salah-salah nggak apa-apa, kalian bisa belajar lagi karena itu adalah sebuah proses ketika kalian mempelajari suatu hal. Okay, so for the last thing, I have a little gift for you, yaitu Ibu ingin kalian membaca, ya betul, homework, ya, that's a gift.
I already know that.
Okay, so I want you to searching on the internet atau baca-baca mengenai hal-hal yang menjadi gangguan pada sistem pencernaan kita, and we will discuss it on the next meeting, okay? Okay. Saya rasa cukup dari saya. Mungkin kita tutup dulu kelasnya ya, karena waktunya juga sudah habis. Okay, so mungkin Brian boleh tolong dibantu untuk menutup kelas.
Kita sudah mempelajari apa itu sistem pencernaan.
Yes.
Untuk itu teman-teman, alangkah baiknya kita berdoa terlebih dahulu untuk apa yang bersyukur atas pelajaran yang telah diberikan oleh Miss Dia ini.
Okay, ya.
Berdoa dimulai. Berdoa dicukupkan.
Okay.
Baik. Terima kasih Miss Dia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, good job class. Thank you everyone. Don't forget your homework ya.